E.N.D here, day 9 and the last day for the spoilers of Wilds of Eldraine. It was a pleasure that I kept you updated on a daily basis with all the spoilers of this enchanted set. Unfortunately, nowadays, not all YouTubers do so, especially the big ones. Even though it's the last day, still we have a couple of cards worth to discuss. Let's start. And I want to start with the big one, the last mythic card, the last Virtue. Virtue of Strength 5 and 2 green, enchantment with adventure. Getting big growth for 1 green sorcery. Return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. If you tap a basic land for mana, it produces 3 times as much of that mana instead. Twining Twins for 2 and 2 blue, it's a 4/4 with adventure. Swift Spiral for 1 and 1 white instant. Exile target non-token creature. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Flying and Vigilance plus Ward 1. Archon's Glory for 1 white, it's an instant. Bargain. Target creature get +2/+2 until end of turn. If the spell was bargain, that creature also gains flying and lifelink until end of turn. And if you don't know how to play bargain, I did a tutorial explaining this particular mechanic, how it works. Cooped Up for 1 and 1 white, enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. For 2 and 1 white, exile enchanted creature. Frost Bridge card for 1 and 1 white, so 2. For 2 and 1 white, tap target creature. Plunge into Winter for 1 and 1 white instant. Tap up to 1 target creature, scry 1, then draw a card. Savior of the Sleeping for 2 and 1 white, it's a 2/3 with Vigilance. Whenever an enchantment you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Slumbering Keep Guard for 1 white, it's a 1/1. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. For 2 and 1 white, gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each enchantment you control. Stockpiling Celebrant for 2 and 1 white, it's a 3/2. Enters the battlefield, you may return another target non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. If you do, scry 2. Unassuming Sage for 1 and 1 white, it's a 2/2. Enters the battlefield, you may pay 2. If you do, create a sorcerer's role token attached to it. And if you don't know how to play these enchantment aura roles, I did a tutorial explaining how these work. Vantress Transmuter for 3 and 1 blue, it's a 3/4 with adventure. Crooked Curse for 1 and 1 blue, tap target creature, create a curse role token attached to it. Belluna's Gatekeeper for 5 and 1 blue, it's a 6/5 with adventure. Entry the Night for 1 and 1 blue, return target creature you don't control with mana value 3 or less to its owner's hand. Merfolk Coralsmith for 2 and 1 blue, it's a 2/3. For 1 generic mana, gets +1/-1 until end of turn. When it dies, scry 2. Obira's Attendant 4 and 1 blue, it's a 3/4 with adventure. Desperate Parry for 1 and 1 blue, instant. Target creature gets -4/-0 until end of turn. Flying. Archive Dragon 4 and 2 blue, it's a 4/6 with flying. War 2. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2. Tenacious Tomb Seeker for 2 and 1 blue, it's a 3/2. Bargain. Enters the battlefield. If it was bargain, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Elliot's Whisper 3 and 1 black sorcery. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Create a wicked role token attached to up to 1 target creature you control. Feed the Cauldron for 2 and 1 black instant. Destroy target creature with mana value 3 or less. If it's your turn, create a food token. Fell Horseman 3 and 1 black, it's a 3/3 with adventure. Deathly Ride for 1 and 1 black sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. When it dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. Shatter the Oath for 3 and 2 black sorcery. Destroy target creature or enchantment. Create a wicked role token attached to 1 target creature you control. Stingblade Assassin for 3 and 1 black, it's a 3/1 with flesh and flying. Enters the battlefield, destroy target creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Sugar Rush for 1 and 1 black, instant. Target creature gets +3/+0 until end of turn. Draw a card. Wicked Visitor for 1 and 1 black, it's a 2/2. Whenever an enchantment you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. High-Fey Negotiator for 3 and 2 black, it's a 3/5 with bargain. Flying. When it enters the battlefield, if it was bargain, each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. Skewer Slinger 1 and 1 red, it's a 1/3 with reach. Whenever blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, it deals 1 damage to that creature. Bellowing Bruiser 4 and 1 red, it's a 4/4 with adventure. Beat a Path 2 and 1 red sorcery. Up to 2 target creatures can block this turn with haste. Bespoke Battle Guard for 1 and 1 red artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Celebration at the beginning of combat on your turn. If 2 or more non-land permanent enters the battlefield under control this turn, attach it to up to 1 target creature you control. Equip for 2. Edgewall Pack for 3 and 1 red, it's a 3/3 with Menace. Enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 black-red creature token with this creature can't block. Gnawing Crescendo for 2 and 1 red, instant. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies this turn, create a 1/1 black-red creature token with this creature can't block. Grabby Giant 3 and 1 red, it's a 4/3 with Adventure. That's mine for 1 and 1 red, instant. Create a treasure token. Reach for 2 and 1 red, sacrifice an artifact or land, draw a card. Kindred Heroism for 1 red, instant. Target creature get +1/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Scry 1. Minecart Daredevil for 2 and 1 red, it's a 4/2 with Adventure. Ride the Race for 1 and 1 red, instant. Target creature gets +2/+1 until end of turn. Immodized Recruiter for 2 and 1 red, it's a 2/2 with Adventure. Train Troops 4 and 1 white, create 2/2 white knight creature tokens with Vigilance. Enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. Bestial Blightline for 1 and 1 green, Enchantment Aura, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. 4 and 1 green, return it from the graveyard to your hand. Curse of the Werefox 2 and 1 green sorcery. Create a monster roll token attached to target creature you control. When you do, that creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Ferocious Werefox for 3 and 1 green, it's a 4/3 with Adventure. Guard Chain for 1 and 1 green. Create a monster roll token attached to target creature you control with Trample. Hamlet Gluten 5 and 2 green, it's a 6/6 with Bargain. The spell costs 2 less to cast if it's Bargain. Trample, enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Hello Scavenger 2 and 1 green, it's a 3/2 with Adventure. Baker Ride 1 green, sorcery, create a food token. For 1, sacrifice a food, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. Scarecrow Guide for 2 mana, it's a 2/1 with Reach. For 1, add 1 mana of any color. Activate only once each turn. Crystal Grotto, enters the battlefield, scry 1. Tap for 1 colorless. For 1, tap, add 1 mana of any color. So that was the last card in this particular day 9 and the last day of the spoilers of Wilds of Eldraine. I hope you enjoyed this spoiler season and hopefully you are hyped up for this fairy tale set. As always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.